Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Black Film Talk. I am Mac. I'm the host for today, and this is my film. I picked the Martin Lawrence directed vehicle, the person who literally coined the word "What's up?" The film that we're talking about today is A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Ooh.
Yep, I'm joined by the usual Rose Golly. I'm the usual crew. I have Mist
Hello, hello.
and Loveless.
Aloha.
So Trill is literally, we're just gonna be honest. He deserted us to go do some things. um, we're not gonna say what he did, but Trill, come back, Trill, come back, Trill. Anyway, he
We
might
miss
join
you.
later. We don't know. But anyway, so guys, welcome to Dope Albums. We are talking about
Dope albums.
not Dope Albums. Fuck, I'm getting confused. Welcome to Black Film Talk, where we talk about films of the black variety. Where we talk about black directors or film with progressively minorities in it. So, let's go ahead and talk about when we first watched this film. Mist. When was the first time you seen a thin line between love and hate?
I'm fairly certain I saw it on TV with my brother.
Okay.
I think that's the first time I ever saw it. And then, like, any other time, I have, like, either seen clips on YouTube or, like, whenever it was on TV, because I think TBS used to show it.
Right. Loveless. What about you?
For the most part, this is like my first time actually watching it. Before I saw like memes and clips like here and there, but I did and like I've heard the movie in passing. But this is my first time like actually watching it from beginning to end.
Right. First time I saw this was on White Miss TBS. Um, I remember when I was a kid that I remember as a kid I wanted to see this film because when it was coming out I wanted to see it. I saw the actual cover and I was like, damn, I want to see this film, but I knew I couldn't watch it because I was like at the time I want to say like 11 or 12 somewhere around there, and my parents wouldn't let me see rated R films. Like I tell y'all, my family, my parents are tightly Christians, so they will like when it comes to rated R films at that age, like you gotta be of age to watch it. And once I turned 17, I could watch a rated R film. So that's when I started getting into rated R. So finally, when I got older, this came on TBS, and I finally got to watch it. So I watched it, and I liked it as a kid, but yeah, um, basically because of the sex, the babies, and the jacuzzis. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go ahead and dig into this film. Mist, you want to start us off?
What am I digging?
Huh?
What am I digging?
I mean, you want to talk about the film. You said you got some things you want to talk about.
Oh, I was expecting a lead in, not
Oh,
just
I
throw
got
me
you. I
into the
got you. I
deep
got you.
end.
I know I can
You know,
get.
just
I know.
like,
I
hey,
thought you.
don't. It's like-
No. I can do that. I can lead in. That's my fault. I thought you wanted to like get into it, but I got it right here. I got me some notes. So in my notes, um, when I first watched the film, I typed right here. I think Martin is overdoing the Mac deal.
Okay, that was one thing. That was actually my primary thing. Was okay. So this movie has Martin Lawrence, uh, Bobby Brown, and Miguel A. Nunez Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, out of those three, I don't believe Martin Lawrence would be the one.
Mm-mm. I think Bobby Brown would.
Yes, absolutely,
yeah.
100%.
Bobby Brown was a dog. I'm sorry. Even though Bobby Brown probably got his life straightened out finally, I still think that this is during the time he was a dog. Um,
Like, I really believe, and I get that it's Martin Lawrence's vehicle, but I believe if he would have put Bobby Brown in that role, it would have made it more believable.
yeah, it would. It would.
And that's not to say Martin Lawrence isn't attractive. Like, he is. He's a good looking man. But he didn't have, as the kids say, the riz
Mm-mm.
that made it believable. I did not
Like the
believe it.
things he was doing, I'm
It's
like, I don't believe it. Like
like he
this,
comes off as the guy who's like stumbles his way into it more than intentionally gets it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I can believe he gets it in, just not the way that he thinks.
No. He thinks, and he like. I feel like Martin Lawrence is the type of person that gets pussy by making the woman laugh, tell her stories, all that. Not
Yeah,
just
like
walk
not
into the
he's
room.
not the smooth one. He's not the smooth one.
No. I feel like Martin Lawrence is the type of person that just, walks in there, tells a joke, goes to the bar, tells a couple of jokes, and then walk out with a lady. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But in this film in particular, it's like he walks in there and the women are all like drinking on him and wanting him. That's what I don't believe. I believe when he talks to somebody, it's a different story. Like, okay, this is the Martin Lawrence I believe that can do it. But him being that like operator or smooth talker, I don't believe that. So,
Also, for those of you who don't know who Miguel A. Nunez is, Joanna Man.
Joanna Man,
Have you ever seen that movie?
yes,
Yeah.
If you just like picture Martin Lawrence, Joanna Man, and Bobby Brown, Joanna Man is the one who could walk into a room and the panties drop
yeah.
just by looks.
There's no looks. He could,
And he was always kind of the smooth operator
yeah,
type. Bobby Brown, he's the smooth operator because he's the bad boy.
yeah. He's the bad boy. No, all women want him because of how bad he is. He's bad. Let's not forget he snagged Whitney Houston. Snagged
Yeah,
Whitney
and that's why I
Houston.
say out of the three of them, there's no way I would believe Martin Lawrence would get nearly as much tail as he does in
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah, like, yeah,
Yeah, like I could see him getting some, but not like the amount that they were implying in the
drowning
movie.
in it as he putting it. Like the way he's doing it, it's like he's drowning in it. Like I don't believe it.
Like, yeah, like I nah.
Nah. No offense to Martin Lawrence, though, but that's just the way I feel. I already said
But
my piece.
if I'm gonna go along with the story, fine.
Fine,
He's a
it's fine.
ladies' man.
It's all right. It's all right if you want to go along with the story, but it kind of was like there was moments in the film I'm like you're doing it too much. It's
And I think that's the other thing. I'm not saying like I'm attributing this to Martin per se, but because Martin in that movie acts like Martin in the show sometimes,
right.
it took me out of that experience occasionally because
Yeah.
he would do like what Martin does on the show. And it's like, okay, I know you're not getting anything with that because you're too goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like to me it was no different than seeing him in I forget the name of the movie where he was teleported to like the medieval times or something.
Oh,
Oh,
Black Knight.
Black Knight.
Black Knight, yeah. Like it reminded me of that because it was like it's not all that different to be honest.
Oh no.
Like outside of circumstances, like it felt the same to me.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. I also got written in my notes. Damn, I gotta admit, Lynn Winfield was and still is a good-looking woman.
That's the other part that I didn't believe. I could believe Bobby Brown bagging Lynn Whitfield. I cannot believe Martin bagging her.
Nah, absolutely
Nah.
not.
When I saw her on that, when I saw her there, I was like, "You're pitching out of your league, buddy. You're out of your league, son." I just didn't believe it, but they did it, and she won it, and yeah. Look, to me, Lynn Winfield is still hot, and I want to put that out there. She is 70 years old, guys.
Mhm.
Still looking good. I don't know.
She still
what
pretty
that's
much
so
looks
about.
the same.
Huh?
She still pretty much looks the
She
same.
still pretty much looked the same. She still looked the same. But I think if you just bring up the age, like, damn, she's 70. But I was like, no, like, No, she aging gracefully. She looks good, and she still look good. Lin Manuel want to let you know you're looking good. You look gorgeous. So, I also got anything else on that? You know,
Nothing I could think. But I guess I could see Martin getting Regina King in that movie. Like
yeah,
that kind of made sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
But I can't picture him getting Lin Whitfield. It's like
like
no.
he's kind of batting above his average with that one.
yeah.
Yes.
Look. I also got this written later in my notes, but I said, okay. Speaking of Regina King, I said, okay. Regina King proved in this film that she is not a tomboy, but she could be a sexy woman.
Which yes.
Yeah, because if you watched films before this, you would see her as like in Boys in the Hood. She was the tomboy, or
No, 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 no. She wasn't a tomboy. She was ghetto.
yeah, yeah.
That's different than tomboy.
Well, yeah, but she proved she could do it. I looked at her like, damn, she cleans up good. she see when I say Regina King, I think of her as like the woman that you tell her you be in the couch, you're not worried about her leaving, and you're on the couch, and she's like, "Hey babe, I'm going shopping," and you look at her and you see her like in that red dress. You're not going out in that. Like what the fuck? No, no, no. Go in the bathroom, wash all that shit off, and go put on a t-shirt. Nope. Nope. I don't feel like fighting people today. That's Regina King.
Honestly, in the movie, what was her name? Her name was, oh my gosh, what was her character's name in the movie?
That was Monica?
Mia.
Mia, Mia,
Mia.
Mia.
Um, I do believe Mia is kind of like that general desirable type because I kind of resonated with Mia more than I forgot Lynn Whitfield's character's name.
Brandy.
Brandy. Yes. I resonated with Mia more because I'm kind of that type of girl where it's like I'm more of a hangout. Let's go get a beer. No, I don't like beer, but let's go get a beer, you know, play some video games type of girl. I'm not a I need to spend the next 6 hours glamming myself up type.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I can see her being a desirable person.
Yeah.
And I mean like a long term one. And I think that's the point. Mia is the long term.
Yeah.
Brandy is the short term.
Yeah, Brandy's a night. It's a literal nightcap. But, I'm gonna give Brandy some. I'll tell you one thing about crazy girls and sex. It's good.
I was like, I had, well, I do have experience with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can attest to that
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. It's fun. It's fun. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's like literally it's literally like opening Pandora's box. Like yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but that's kind of the cautionary tale of a thin line because look at what can happen.
That is true. But you can also do several things to plan for this, like fake your own death.
That is also illegal.
Well, you
Well,
could. Well, here's the thing about what Martin Lawrence. Like I said this. I think I said this. Oh, we'll get to that later. The craziness, because I got that in my notes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kind of like its own topic
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I got things back and forth on that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
so I wrote down Della Reese is awesome. I gotta admit, she's awesome in this film.
Della Reese, R.I.P. to her. I love Della
Yeah,
Reese.
Della Reese was perfect casting. I loved it.
Also, I love her as Mama because she went to bat for her boy.
Yo, yeah, she was gonna kick her ass,
Like
and
she knew her boy was stank, but when he was affected, she went out there like I will rip you out of this car.
yeah, I got it written someday. So here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, if you, I literally said pause. Okay, if you've seen Harlem Nights, Della Reese can whoop that ass. She can whoop some ass.
Mhm.
Yeah, she can whoop some. Let's not forget she whooped Eddie Murphy's ass.
She did.
She
She won that
whooped his
fight.
ass.
Yep.
She the only reason why she got or lost is because she got shot.
Shot in the foot. She provoked him. Shoot my pinky toe. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and shoot my pinky. I put what's it? Quick, you better get your ass over here. I'm gonna put my left of my foot in your ass.
And if I recall, in the later scene, she was still willing to whoop him
Yeah, yeah.
with a bullet in her toe.
Yeah, she gonna whoop his ass. She went like, yeah. We'll eventually do. Don't worry, guys. We'll do eventually Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is on my list too. I think it's on everybody's list. It's an obvious film. Eddie Murphy directed that one.
He did.
He did direct
Yes,
that.
he did.
Okay. I said also my notes. I'll admit when Martin Lawrence act like a family man is good acting.
Family man.
Hmm.
When did he act like a family man?
When he was with his sister.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, okay, another shout out to Melinda Williams because that woman is another person who aged beautifully.
Yes.
Like she's been playing a teenager for like the past 50 years.
That is.
I
True.
mean, think about it. She was a teenager in The Wood, and she was like already 30, and that was like 2001 or something like that.
Damn.
So she aged nicely, but I did like the scenes with Darnell and his sister. Like those were actually really cute.
Really cute. I also got
Hypocritical, but cute.
yeah.
It was definitely one of those like, those like, moments.
Yeah. I also got written funny in my notes. It's a funny one. Tracy Morgan is at the bar, is the bartender. He's basically Hustle Man.
He was. In fact, I think that's how he got the Hustle Man role was because of that movie.
Yeah. That was so funny. I was like, he's just basically Hustle Man. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the part with Brandy and Darnell.
You mean Brandy versus Darnell?
Pretty much. So I got written here. Those eyes she gave Darnell, that's them warning eyes. I seen them. When she was looking at him in the bar and said, you need to back up. It wasn't like she didn't say it, but it was the eyes literally spoke to me. You need to back the fuck away from me. You know, those back the fuck away me crazy eyes. I seen them. You know, it's basically. And I don't know, Miss don't understand. I think I feel like, and I don't know, Miss knows. I don't know if there's like Miss can attribute to this. I feel like women has shotgun eyes, and
Mac, I know you haven't seen me, but I am a female.
I know, but I feel like you have this shotgun eye. I feel like women have shotgun eyes, and they can literally like tell you back the fuck away from me, or literally put you in a genjutsu. And
he's like pierce you at your soul. Yeah.
Yes. So when I
that you don't have to believe that that's true. Like, yes. We have to give those eyes because apparently when we say it, you don't believe it.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a truth. Like,
what can I say? Very dense.
Yeah, like you know, some, and you gotta understand, you know, some men have Byakugan eyes, and you know we can do that too.
Not very well though.
Like we just don't want to, I guess.
Well, fuck you. That's how fuck you. Well, fuck you. I'm gone. Fuck you and them kids. I'm gone. But that was like, to me, the first warning, and we just keep going down a downward spiral with Darnell, which like I literally got there and said, who the hell puts their alias on a license plate?
Hmm.
Yeah, because Brandy did that.
Well, I mean, this is before they hooked up, right?
Right. Yeah.
There's only one reason why, and that's because she didn't want him
That
to
is true.
know.
Yeah. And then I literally put in here, if you watch this film from a different point of view, Darnell is the crazy one stalking her.
Up to a point, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Like he literally.
But he also admitted that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, um. I like the scene. I do like the scene, and this is. I do like this particular scene. It has to do with the Brandy situation. I like the scene where of them explaining of what happens if you give too much to a woman. You know what I'm saying?
I know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah. When he said, "I love you."
Like,
And see, you can simplify that. Like I I like the delivery of that scene. What kind of makes me upset is the fact that it kind of makes it sound like women are trying to wring that out of men, and it's like,
Yeah.
no,
No.
it's not. No, we just want an honest answer, which is what Brandy
Wanted.
wanted.
Yeah. And she did.
So
yeah,
what once you say those three words, we're taking you for your word.
That is true, and I get, and that's
yeah,
why I want to explain that. Like, it literally shows you what happens when you use that word and you don't mean it, because it can be a sword pointed directly back at you.
yeah. Because my man's pretty much used it like it was all reliable. Like, if this don't work, nothing will, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
he wanted the pussy that bad. Now, don't get me wrong. Looking at the scenes, you know.
Now, I'm gonna knock Brandy for something. Okay. Yeah, and that's why I say this is kind of like a Brandy versus Darnell thing because
Right.
I can ping pong between both of them on this. Brandy, when you asked him if he loved you and it took him a good 5 minutes to answer that question, you should have known he was lying.
Yeah, he looked to the right.
Yeah, I was like, come on,
Come
man.
on, man. This man really wants to fuck you. Come on. You know.
I mean, he could have been lying either way. Even if he answered right away, he was gonna clearly be lying. We know that as the audience. But if it took him 5 minutes to say those words, he lying.
Yeah, he was lying like a motherfucker. And I legit, I think I legit got in my notes. Got my notes right here. Uh, uh, I think I said, okay. Here's why I say this is better and different from Fatal Attraction. And Fatal Attraction is an affair in the film, and it's someone's trying to get, you know, you know, Fatal Attraction is just an affair it's just an affair that went too far. But in this film, it's a man wanting to get into a woman's pants. You know, that's why I feel like this
Yeah.
is better because Fatal Attraction is like, hey, it was just that's just one night of passion, and I fucked up, and I just want to end it. Where this film is like, nah, I was trying to get in this woman's pants, and that was it. That was it about. And
Well, they were both doing the same thing because Darnell had no intention of making in this relationship, and Michael Douglas's character had no intention of keeping it going.
yeah, he had no
So they were
intention.
doing essentially the same thing.
Yeah, they were. But Michael Douglas, you can kind of like, man, he just literally fucked up. Where he's like, I fucked up. Where Martin,
Well, I think the difference is, and this is where the crazy level comes in. With Glenn Close, remember that was a verbal agreement. Like there was actual consent of both ends
Right.
that we're not trying to get attached. We just want to bone. That
Yeah.
was the
That
agreement,
was the
and
agreement.
she crossed that line.
Yeah.
With Darnell and Brandy, Darnell had an agenda.
He wanted to say that he was the man.
Yes, that was his
It
only
was a
goal.
bet. It was a bet.
And Brandy didn't consent to anything. In
Uh-uh.
fact, she warned him several times, yo, do not cross this line unless you are willing to cross this line.
Right. I
She
also
she
got
said it like five times
five
before
times,
he.
like several times. Um. So I literally got written here, which is funny. I said the same thing you said. This man was given a warning 4 times and ignored all 4 of them. As soon as here's a funny thing. Here's a joke. I got it written down. As soon as she said I killed her, as soon as she said she killed her husband, he lost his heart on, and he lost his heart on 100% right there, and then she just worked him.
Well, yes.
I mean, she literally turned him around and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna work this motherfucker." Oh, okay.
Well, again, she. Yeah, I guess this is a little bit of manipulation because he was in a vulnerable position where she asked, "Do you hate me?"
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask you this as guys. You literally just heard your woman say, "I killed my husband." You are butt naked in the bed. Okay. What's going through your mind at that moment?
Um,
Am I
first of all, I'm
John
like,
Wayne Bobbitt?
no matter what I choose, I'm fucked.
Yeah, same here, same here. I'm literally thinking, what would John Wayne Butler say? Do not do what John Wayne Bobbitt did. Do not do what John Wayne Bobbitt did. Do not do what do not do what John Wayne Bobbitt did.
Well, he abused his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
Yeah, do not do that. Yeah, I don't feel like getting my dick cut off.
I'm going to. I would just like, you know what? I just realized I have to go do something. Like,
Not now. Here's what I would do, and call me wrong. Call me wrong. I would immediately. You're gonna laugh at this. You gotta perform. I would legit, subconsciously, close my eyes and figure out a way to get hard and fuck the living shit out of her and make her go to sleep. Then I would leave the fucking house, go to the cops.
You see, okay, I actually agree with that to some extent because you know what Darnell's problem was? He didn't leave.
Yeah, he
yeah,
didn't leave. Yeah, I would legit like fuck her to sleep.
Well,
yeah.
remember, that did happen. She was asleep, and his stupid behind went to the kitchen to
Literally,
call Bobby Brown to brag and didn't leave the house.
Yeah, you couldn't have
Who
like
the
if we get
man?
in the car or like leave. Like, okay, personally, I wouldn't because I just I'm good. But like, at least leave afterwards, dog. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Me personally, I would have left and like called the cops. I was like, oh yeah, like I literally would say, hey, police, yeah, I don't know what happened, but my girl, she told me that she killed her husband.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because it's like, and I hit no because I know my skills. I know what I can do. I
yeah.
know that's a deep dark route.
Yeah. Like, so I literally say she killed her husband, and I want a restraining order immediately.
And that's why I say I think that's manipulation on Brandy's part because she said it at a very vulnerable moment. I mean, for a dude, at a very vulnerable moment where, like you both said, you're kind of boned. Like you're kind of stuck.
well, yeah, you're stuck. That's the reason
Yeah,
why you got it. Like, there's a saying you got to make an executive decision at that point. So you got to think, okay, you got either 2 options. You can run at that house. That woman will find her gun, and she'll kill you. Or you could literally go into a relationship, let her stalk your ass, and find you talking to another woman by accident, and you're both dead. Or you can do what I did. There is a option C. Fuck the living shit. Fuck her to fucking sleep. I mean, put it down on her. Like, make sure that woman is asleep. You make sure she's asleep. You put her ass to sleep. I'm not talking, and gentlemen, I'm not talking about like sleeping pills. I mean, you fuck her till she's asleep. you gotta perform hard, and I'm talking about like you gotta do. I mean, this is what I'm telling people. Fuck like your life depends on it right at this point.
Well, he didn't know it at the time, but
Yeah.
He didn't know,
it
but
kind
he
of
did.
did.
Yeah, you need to fuck like your life depends on it. Like you gotta find whatever adrenaline you got, whatever you have, and you gotta have to take a little bit of juice just to run at that house. And I don't care if I leave the door open or not, because as soon as I hear a, I'm running at the front door. The door will be open. I'll probably be in my truck. I'll probably be butt naked at the daggone. I said, look. I know it looks crazy, but my wife just said she killed her husband. I want a restraining order. Can you give me some pants?
Like, make sure she can't come to
Make
my
sure
job
she
at all.
might have followed me because the ring went off.
Like, matter of fact, if she goes within 50 feet of my job, just shoot her. It's
yeah,
fine.
like I literally, it's like my wife followed me probably because the ring went off. But how do you know? I said, do you not hear what I said? She killed a man. Do you have any proof?
What's funny is like, okay, we wouldn't have a movie if he did all of that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
based on how it ended, he could have actually done that because apparently she had a record.
No, she did.
So he could have saved himself a lot of trouble.
Yeah, she could have. Like,
and honestly, that's another thing I want to bring up at some point. He could have saved himself a lot of trouble several times in this movie.
Yeah, he could have just went to the cops.
Well, I mean, not even just that. There's certain moments where I'm like, that was dumb.
Yeah,
you did not have to
dumb.
do that.
Yeah. But hear me out. I'm gonna get off the subject, okay, people. I just want to say this right now, men. I'm gonna look at you, men. Men, if you're in a situation where you are in a situation where you're butt naked, and I'm looking at the camera, where you're butt naked with your supposed spouse, and your spouse says to you, whisper in your head, and whisper to you and say, hey, by the way, I killed my ex-husband. If that were to happen, here is Mac's advice in that situation. Now, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if it'll work or not, but this is your only option. This might save your life. When I say to you, find some way to build up all your fucking chakra. Build it all up. So whatever chakra you got built up, build it up all in your body. And literally bone that woman until she go to fuck to sleep. And I mean that shit. Until she go to sleep. Once she sleep and you hear the first snore, do not go to the fucking phone. Don't go to the phone like a dumbass and go call your friend and tell us. No, you get your ass and don't go get your clothes. Fuck your wallet. Fuck all that shit. You make sure she can keep that shit. You can get a credit card. You can get more money. You can get the fuck out that house. You go right to the police and you go tell them what happened and you immediately go ask for a restraining order. She leave your ass alone because she knows the police are watching. That's my advice.
It's better advice than what he did in the movie because he did absolutely everything wrong in that situation. All the way down to because that was one of three of my favorite scenes because what cracked me up about that scene was when she said it. Did you notice the music immediately dropped?
It dropped.
Like, even the music knew. Like, hold up, what did she just say?
He immediately like, ah, damn. He was like dusting himself off. Like, oh shit, damn, no. I fucked up.
Because normally that kind of situation, the music would like fade out. No, this music just stopped.
Like, zip. Oh, no. We're not doing this.
Like, y'all don't pay me enough to hear this craziness.
Hell no, I ain't dealing with this crazy woman. And then she immediately hopped on him and literally did pony ride on him. And she was like going hard on him. Motherfucker.
Like, again, I feel like that was manipulation because the fact that he said, no, I don't hate, or no, he said, if you did that, he obviously deserves it,
Yeah,
which gave her basically validation.
it did. But he's better than me because in that situation, like I said, here's the thing. This is where I'm like thinking this is not believable. The moment that he literally pushed her away was, I literally will tell you this right now, and I'm gonna be honest here. The moment he pushed her away, I think in that moment, I was like, yeah, this is not real. Because if this is a real crazy black woman, she would have been like, oh hell no. She would have walked. I said, okay, honey. All right. She was like, you hate me? No, I don't hate you. Okay, cool. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And then she just goes to the bathroom and she pulls out a gun and she's like, click, click. Okay, motherfucker. I know you don't. I know you hate me, and I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you. Ah, fuck. See, when I tell you, you hear that, you need to make an executive decision. At that moment, you need to think quick on your feet, gentlemen. Get the fuck out of there.
But we also got to flip that coin around because Darnell caused this.
Yeah, he did.
He's not responsible for her killing her husband. Like, that's totally her.
That's totally
But
her.
he did cause this whole problem between the two of them.
Yeah, he did. And
Because
he did.
he constantly pursued her when she was like, no, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Two, when he did finally get in, she was like, hey, look, I'm trying to explain to you, I'm a wrong person. I got hurt in the past. And he was like, I'm not going to hurt you. So he lied.
You. Yeah, I'm not.
And then, do you love me? Yes. Lied again. Got in the bed. Do you hate me? No, I don't hate you. Lied again.
Yeah.
And this was all for not even a monetary bet. Not that makes it any better, but I could understand it a little bit more if money was involved. This is all so that your friend could tell you you're the man.
That's stupid. I mean, me personally,
That's
in
so
that
stupid.
situation, I would have figured out like, and look, like I said, people, Mac is a whore. When I figure out that, when I see Brandy, and hear me out, people, hear me out, Levels, hear me out, Miss. Levels probably will understand. But if Brandy were to tell me, Brandy told me, hey, I love you, and don't look at any more women, and I'll set you up for life. I'll be like, I'll think about this for a minute. I'm like, fine ass Brandy, or going back to the streets, trying to buy suits from Phase on Love. But Brandy's crazy.
But he didn't know that at the time.
He didn't know that. Like, he didn't know that. But Brandy might be crazy. But, I'm struggling right now with my money. I'm living in an apartment building. She's going to give me my own club. But I want to be a man. Fuck being a man. I'll fuck Brandy. Now, it's like a no-brainer to me. Like, look. The worst that could happen, like, this is what I would do. In that situation where Brandy, I wouldn't be a bad person. I'd just be the laziest person on earth. Eventually, she's gonna get rid of me. And that's another way you can get out of the situation, people. Just be lazy. She ain't gonna put up with your ass. She's like, get the fuck out of my house. All right, cool. So I still got the club, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Just be the laziest motherfucker in the world. That's all you got to do. It works. You will not get killed. Your reputation will be bad, but you'll have money. Money.
I mean, I think that also depends on how crazy she is, because she could just, shoot you.
She could. But
Good. She absolutely can.
Yeah, but here's the difference. She will probably, in that instance of she's getting tired of you, she'll probably shoot you at the house, not try to kill you. You can dodge. She could literally say, get the fuck out of my house. Yes, ma'am. Bye. I literally was like, all according to plan. Good job, man.
Yeah, but here's the problem with Darnell, because it kind of should have been that easy because it seemed like that's what he was doing up to a point. But then there's Mia.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest problem. And I'm not saying Mia's a problem, but that was the biggest hurdle in his mind.
Well, see, here's the thing. Mia is the type of person. Here's the thing. Mia, for person, damn it, this is just funny. Mia is the type of person that is the person you want to settle down with. You're correct in that instance. She seems like the person that's just cool, chill, and all that. And she's the type of person that you want to just chill with and have fun. Not fuck with. You just want to get to know that person and hang out like a friend. That's the way I feel about Mia. Brandy, to me, in all honesty, is two things. You're trying to be a sugar mama, or she's a fuck buddy, and I'm just being honest right there. Not nothing against Lynn Winfield, because Lynn Winfield is probably a great person. Don't get me wrong. This is no disrespect towards Lynn Winfield.
Well, you said Brandy, not Lynn Winfield.
Yeah, I said Brandy. Yeah, Brandy is the type of person that's a fuck buddy or or. And I'm not trying to be vulgar. I'm just being honest here. She's either a fuck buddy or you're a sugar mama. That's the way I feel about Brandy. Where Mia is the type of person that you just like literally like you're doing your best to like, hey, you're doing your best to impress her, to get her, not bet her, but like literally have an honest relationship.
And to Darnell's credit, he did not sleep with Mia.
No,
that did not happen.
No, he did not.
Yeah. That's true. He didn't.
That's what Mia is. Mia to me is that person that should like, man, like she's cool. She can hang out with you. You can do stuff with you. You can hang out with her. It's not about Mia. Is more so. It's not about sex. It's about the conversations, the talking, the hanging out. Really, that's what it is. Where Brandy, it is literally just sex. It's nothing but sex. Like that's all I see with Brandy.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Yeah, right.
You see it that way. She wouldn't.
That is true. That's the reason why I tell people be upfront and honest. And there's nothing wrong with being upfront and honest with somebody.
There really isn't. Like, if that is your goal, you might as well just get it out instead of trying to play games.
Like, if I was literally in that situation with Brandy and she was at that, and we were like, if she was like that love you scene, I'll be honest, and I might get kicked out the house, but I have a conscience, and I literally will tell her like, "Do you love me?" I'll be like, "Look, Brandy, I gotta be honest here. Look, it's been a while. I got blue balls. I just want to fuck." That's me. I can't do that. Like, and if she kicks me at the house, fine. But I have a good conscience.
I mean,
yeah.
he's not wrong.
Yeah. I could walk out of there with a good conscience, and I won't feel bad. But then again, there is a 50-50 chance that might work. If I say, look, I just want to fuck. And she might think about it for a minute. You never know. Brandy might think about it and like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't been laid in a while. You never know. Honesty might get you some. Just saying.
Now, here's the thing. So, one thing I didn't like was how early they kind of hammered what he does.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Like, it was revealed in like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Because the mom is like, she says the line, there's a thin line between love and hate. Okay. But they go on and on and on about how he's a player and he's going to pick the wrong one and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, if I didn't know how this was going to end, you just ruined it for me.
Right. Because he just literally says a night of passion can give you a long life of pain. when she
Yeah,
said
like
that.
they actually tell you the whole plot, and not in the cool Snoop Dogg kind of way, giving a synopsis about the movie while he's in prison on the phone. Like not in the cool way, in the wow, I don't have to watch the movie. I already know how this is going to end.
Right. I get it. I get it.
And I think what got me was the fact that they kept doing that because
Yeah.
it was his mom who said it. It was what's his name, Smitty, the club owner.
Yeah.
He said it. Brandy kept hinting at it, and Mia was like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised if you do it." So everybody knew where this is going.
Yeah.
Darnell was the only one who was like, "Oh no, I'm the big man. I'm in charge." He's the only stupid idiot who thought he was the man.
He thought he was in charge of the whole thing, and he wasn't in charge of shit.
And yeah,
Yeah. Also, I did say, I did like the line from Brandy when she said, "I love this line," and this would go back in my favorite line. You put your hands on the wrong woman.
I love Lynn Whitfield's acting period because she played crazy very well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she was freaking frightening. I'll give her that, like
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. You literally are scared of her because I remember I looked at her and I was like, every time I saw Lynn, when I saw Lynn Winfield on Martin, I was like, oh shit, Brandy.
Well, like my favorite like facial expression because she does it with her face was when she first sees Mia. Like Mia's with a different person. She's with Reggie. Okay. But when Darnell introduces, hey, this is Brandy and Reggie, you see that subtle change in Brandy's facial expression where it's like, oh,
Yeah,
what just happened? Like she really had that are you talking to other women face.
Mm, yeah.
It's so subtle. And then like I think the next word out of her mouth was, oh, so you're gonna give her champagne. How come I don't get a bottle of champagne?
right.
And this is after he was like, and I know he was playing a mind game with her, but this is after he was like, we're not together. So why should I treat you like a special person if we're not together?
Right. Oh, I also want to put out here. I want to put out there the orange thing. Her hitting herself with the orange. That was Lynn's idea, by the way.
She beat the crap out of
Oh,
herself in that
She
movie.
did. She said
she, she.
she said that if you she said I think she said my father was a dentist. And she said if you literally hit yourself with oranges, it can bruise you. And then Martin said, "Go ahead and do it. Use it. Do that. Do that. Do that." And she was like, "Okay." And she literally took that orange and beat the shit out of her with it. So that was her idea. Also, can we talk about Brandy literally dealing with identity theft?
Like she took a woman scoring to a whole nother level. Like
Yes, yes.
holy.
Like
I was not aware of how far she was willing to go.
she looked for her to legit go in the hospital and get away with ID theft. Let's be honest, that's identity theft.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm also going to blame the hospital because she only said her name was Mia.
Right.
Cat, you got to identify this person.
Yeah, yeah. You just can't say, "Oh, my name's Mia." Oh, okay, cool. You got a
Mia
license?
who?
Like you, I would just
Because unless she took Mia's ID, like actual ID,
right.
which again, she's going to have her face on it. So again, you would still like see that this is not the same person. I'm blaming the hospital. The
Yeah,
hospital is just
yeah.
garbage.
The
Yes,
hospital
if anything,
sucks.
it's usually a pain in the ass to try to see who you're looking for.
Like I tell people, have you ever been in a hospital? Even to going on a visit these days, you literally need that ID to go in a hospital, and they literally take a picture of that ID. When you go in that hospital, they legit have like they ask for your driver license. That asks for
Yeah,
your
like they
identity.
scan that shit and everything. Like,
They scan that shit and everything. They make sure that that's you, and they know who you are. They don't fuck around. They know who that person is. Um, like they know who you are. Like I didn't even know half. Like they just scanned my ID. They knew my name and date of birth. So them motherfuckers don't. When I tell you hospitals know who you are, what she did was like 150% identity theft. That was 150% identity theft. Just being honest. Um,
Yes, but I'm still gonna blame the hospital
it
because I
is.
don't know how she was able to tell the hospital and the police that she was a totally different person
like
without them
it's
knowing.
it's like it gives us some cleverness, but it's really more speaks to how incompetent the people at the hospital were. Because again,
Yes.
like I've had to visit people in the hospital before. Like I had to go see my dad when we got into like car accident because we got hit by a horse, and I had to wait, even though we both had like torn clothes from the same accident. So if they're doing that for me, there's no way in hell you're getting it.
No. Um. Also, we're gonna get to my favorite scene, and you can give your favorite scene. Where's the justice? I do like the fact that Brandy will take Starnell's jeep in front of the police station to the tires and everything. I love that scene.
That scene was actually funny.
Yeah,
That was really funny.
Like, you actually felt bad for Darnell. It was like that is jacked up,
that's
Brandy.
jacked up in
Yeah,
front
I was like,
of the
you
police
didn't have to
station.
do him like that. Like he gotta do his rounds, bro. Like what the
He was like, ah, and then he tried to get in the car and try to start it up.
Now, see, I could understand Darnell acting like Martin from the TV show there because I think everybody would have
Oh,
lost
I
it
would have
if
been
you
like,
come out
ah, well, I
the
said, I
police
can't believe.
station trying to get a restraining order. You can't get a restraining order, and your car only has one tire on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I would have been shouting from the police station like, "This bitch just took my car. She done took my car. Man, this bitch just took my tire. Oh, damn." Oh, I literally would have said some other things. I was like, "I'll kill this bitch."
Yeah,
Oh.
you would have been thrown in prison just because of what you said. But it's
Exactly, you're right. I
did
could
you
have
not
said
see
that
my
right there. I'm gonna
car?
kill this bitch. What did you say? I said I'm gonna kill this bitch. You don't see my car, damn it. Oh.
Oh my gosh, she was trying it. She was pushing every button. I loved it when she pushed Mama's button though, because I
Yeah,
was like, I want them to fight.
I
I
wanted them to
want them
fight.
to fight.
I was like, please whoop her ass. Please do it.
I also like the scene where Darnell is driving the car. Obviously, you see like a window, like the window. Obviously the windshield is broken, and she literally looked at me and said, "You cold?"
I actually like that scene because I like Mia's face trying to act like the whole windshield wasn't missing.
He said, "You cold?" He said, "We got some blankets in the back." Oh boy! I do like the scene where he's just on the phone, obviously acting like she's literally. She said, like he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" She's like, he said, "Listen, I'm sick and tired of you playing games with me. Drop the bitch and leave her alone and come meet me." I said, "Okay, yeah, all right." Like these motherfuckers don't have tape recorders or nothing. Mm.
Let's
Like,
see
nah,
what
don't
was
worry about it.
okay. I did like the horse riding scene, but up to a point.
Ah, okay.
Like up to a point, because again, it kind of goes back to the whole she's giving you a clear answer and you're not taking it. So
Right.
I did find like when she was teaching him how to ride a horse, and yes, it is highly sexually suggestive. Um, and Darnell took that opportunity to try to make his move, and she was like, "No!" Like she was like, "No, no, 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 we can't do this." And he tried to manipulate it by saying, "You know, why are you playing games?" And I'm like, that part I don't like.
Right.
that actually made me mad because, and I hate to sound like a PSA here, but no does mean no.
Oh, here comes
Like
Trill. Trill's coming in.
I didn't that like I like the joke, but I didn't like how he was trying to manipulate her into doing what
Right,
she didn't
right,
want to do.
right.
Yeah, that was weird. That kind of made me feel a little uncomfortable for the most part. But it's like one of those like, okay, I know it's a joke and everything, but it's like,
Yeah, that part is like you can't laugh at it. It's like, no, this is just messed up.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I did. I got to talk about this, and we'll let Trill give his input on it. Um, I did have one particular pet peeve that I had. It was uh the the dryer going into the water scene. Um, and I have huh. Um, look, as an electrician, speaking as an electrician, Darnell would have been dead, 100%. Like right then and there, he should have been dead right then and there. So, if you let me give you science. Let me tell you something. Electricity travels. It needs a conductor. So, I literally paused the film and I was like, Darnell is slowly getting at this tub. In order for him to get away from this electrical hazard, he will legit have to be too far away from that tub just to not get electrocuted. The fact that that man was literally on the floor as soon as that dryer hit the water, he would have been electrocuted and dead. 100%.
Yeah.
Because you know why? It was 1995. Ground fault interpreters were not invented yet. Now, those you know, you're probably wondering, guys, what are ground fault interpreters? You know those little things it calls that says, well, no, ground fault interpreters were invented, but it wasn't as efficient as it is today. But you want to know what ground fault interpreters is, people? They are these things that you literally push the button in and it sets and resets and sets and resets. So that way, if water comes close to that motherfucker, it stops the electrical current. So the fact that Mia could throw that water, throw that thing in there, is kind of amazing, I guess. Because that thing was pushing out a lot of power, but because it was a fan. But anyway, let's just put it like this: Martin Lawrence would have been dead to rights right then and there. The more you know, people. The more you know. All right, Trill, what you thought of the movie?
Did you guys already give your rating yet, or what
No,
part
no,
are we
no,
on?
no. We're still talking about it.
Okay, so I thought not only was this movie like a pinnacle in black culture, it's also a pinnacle in comedy. Martin Lawrence doesn't he? I've never seen a movie where Martin Lawrence didn't deliver the laughs, and this movie is no different. Not only does this movie like make you laugh, but it also has an introspective on black love. That's a very particular type of love, is
Right.
black love. Very particular. Like when people ask me all the time, like, how's your marriage going? Uh, it's all right today. Ask me tomorrow. You never fucking know. Yeah, and
Right.
that's what black love is, right? Like you go to a comedy show, you got, y'all may dress alike, but that's an expression of like, well, that purple polo, I didn't got you. Put it on. You know what I'm saying? She's in the purple dress all night. That's also black love. Black love is also arguing all the way to the movie theater, watching the movie, then arguing about the movie all the way home. It's
Right.
also black love. So this movie definitely fell within the realm of black love.
Okay.
And I would honestly have to say, for the decade this movie was made, it may be one of the best movies. Best. I don't almost have to call it a romantic comedy, but it's not romance in the typical like Ashton Kutcher ass way of Mila Kunis, Justin Timberlake ass romance. It's
Right.
black romance, black love,
Okay.
and Martin got himself dealing with a crazy woman, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
yep.
But all the crazy women are bad, ain't they? She was bad as that thing. I swear to God, that woman was fine as shit. And every black man that's worth their salt knows for a fact you have to do a mathematical equation. How crazy are you compared to how hot you are? Usually, how hot you are, it alleviates some of that crazy shit you on. If you crazy and not hot, we ain't fucking with you.
Right.
She was hot and crazy.
Yeah.
So there was really nothing for him to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Trill,
Yeah.
Trill, Miss asked us a question. Miss, you want to answer that question? She asked me and Loveless a question. You want to answer that question, Miss?
The bedroom scene.
Yeah.
Okay. I basically was like, so that moment where, the scene where they're in the bed, they're doing the do, and Brandy says, "I have to tell you, I killed my ex-husband." You remember that?
Yes,
Okay.
I remember it. Every time I have sex with a chocolate skinned woman, go ahead though. I'm listening.
Well, that might actually
To be
answer my
fair, when I have
question.
sex with white women, I think about what not Murder She Wrote. What was that? Misery, where she slammed his ankles in with the sledgehammer, tied his ass to the bed. I got some demons, so I don't want to bring that up. But go ahead with your question.
I think you're kind of answering my question, but I'll ask anyways. Um, and there's that moment where Martin, clearly is absorbing what she's saying here.
Coming to his
Now,
senses, we say. A moment of clarity.
Yes. Now,
That's what we call it.
we came to a consensus that he made the mistake of them sleeping together. He went downstairs and bragged to his friend instead of leaving the house. Okay. So, what would you have done?
I would have talked to my friend, went upstairs and got it one more time. I'd have knocked it sideways one more time. Then, because it's 2025, would have blocked her on all social media, blocked my phone number, taken off my license plate, and drove the fuck home.
Okay, so ultimately, you would have left.
Yeah, ultimately. But I would have had to spend it one more. Think about how much shit he did to get the spin. I got to spend it again. Because I'm normally like, we didn't have a good time that night. We, hook up that night. But I like to have sex in the morning for two facts. This is real game, some pimp shit, on not some Diddy shit. Peep up, keep your ears close to the phone or your computer because I'm about to tell you the truth. The reason why you want to have sex with her again in the morning isn't just to prove that you didn't do something crazy when y'all both was drunk. Because if she's had sex with you again in the morning, y'all both serve one's a choice. The reason why you have sex with her again in the morning is because your dick ain't drunk no more. Listen to what I'm telling you now. Now you can really give her that morning pipe. You know how hard your would be in the morning? You can lay that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying?
Trill, this is where we're both different. So I'll tell you what I said. I'll tell you exactly what I said.
Yeah, I was like, this is two sides of the same coin as far as
two
I'm
sides of the
concerned.
same coin. I was different. I literally said immediately as soon as she said that, I would have had an out of brain moment and would have thought, Matt, there's only two scenarios. There's three scenarios, and two of them you're gonna die. One, you could leave this room. One, you could move to the side and think about it for a moment, and she's gonna say, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick," and she's gonna get her gun. She's gonna shoot you. Or you could literally try to run. You know your ass ain't outrunning this motherfucker. She gonna lock the room. She gonna shoot you. You're dead. Or you can go with the third
Okay, Mac.
option. Huh?
Okay, you gotta remember he didn't have home court advantage type shit, right?
That is true.
And your home court, you know where your strap is, you know where
where
the phone
everything.
is,
That's what I'm saying.
right?
No home court advantage.
So in that situation, the scenario you just posed, I would finish the job I came to do.
That's exactly
Because
what I said.
the person doesn't know shit going wrong until you stop what's going on.
Yeah,
She could have just been in the freaky moment, been like, yeah, I killed my ex-husband on some I'm trying to get you to nut type shit. I didn't have women say some crazy shit to me to get me to nut. Right?
Absolutely correct. But here's the thing. The difference between me and you, I'm not taking any chances. So what I said do was close your eyes and make sure you get your soldier up right and tight, and you fuck the shit out of her until she go to sleep. And as soon as you hear the first
That's what I'm saying. You gotta put that pussy to sleep.
you putting that ass to sleep. I'm talking
You
about
gotta be
like
so in character, like you gotta knock it out and then cuddle her ass so she fall asleep.
like,
You gotta like replace your arm like they do like on the Indiana Jones movie with
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
back of
I'm
stairs
talking
type
about like
shit. You
I'm
gotta be
talking
on
about
that type
like,
shit.
and I'm sorry, part of my French people, part of my French Miss Loveless, but your dick is NyQuil, and she going to sleep.
You going to sleep? Yeah, you right.
She
Oh
You
my
going
right.
to
You ain't lying.
god.
fucking sleep.
You ain't lying.
Why are you saying
You ain't
pardon me
lying.
like I disagree with this?
You got to
Well,
stretch a little
I
bit
am
before you get in it.
offended. How dare you?
She's going to front to sleep. That's my whole point. That woman's going to sleep.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
knock it out.
you gotta knock
Hey,
it out.
and I didn't disagree with that concept because I did say he was heading toward that direction. The only thing that stopped him was he had to stop and
Yeah,
brag,
he
and she
he
caught him.
if in that instance,
But that's
I'm
what I'm
sitting there.
saying. Like it's a comedy movie set in the
Right,
'90s.
Yeah,
So
right.
you would call your homeboy to tell him you knocked it down. But in 2025, that's a simple text. She ain't catching your ass.
yeah. Like you
Right.
She
can't
ain't catching you.
like yeah, that's a
She ain't
simple
text you,
text.
catch you sending a text to the group chat
No. Like
type
as
shit. You
soon
know what
as
I'm saying?
if this is 2025, I'd be like, oh, you gotta put two together. This woman said she killed her husband.
In 2025, she said kill her husband. I'm putting it in her butt. The fuck, she a super serious. What you talking about? I'm coming on her feet. I'm talking about X Games for real in this shit, right? What did you say? I'm putting on the phone how that world star. I'm
Not
trying
the
to get a
feet.
check.
I would have loved
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
have
saying. Every time I
it.
say some shit about feet, everyone's like, "Oh, you're fucking nasty. Eat a dick, all right? Be honest with you, like sick of that shit."
Only been
And
shaving,
lovers,
y'all was
that
just
wasn't
saying, wow,
that
okay.
you that wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? Although you caught a stray on that one. That was for everybody
You
in the
know,
comments. That's gonna
I
be
was
like,
complaining about the
you
stray.
like
I'm like, I
feet.
didn't even say shit.
Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all niggas don't get pussy no way. Y'all wouldn't even be attracted to a bitch feet because y'all don't see enough feet to see which ones look good and which ones don't look good. You hobbit shoe
Okay,
wearing
okay,
motherfucker.
Eddie Murphy from Boomerang.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, though.
That was
I'm a
totally
classic
Eddie
man.
Murphy from Boomerang
That
right
was.
there.
That was.
But yet I talk about wanting a hug from Shamar Moore, and all of a sudden I'm the weird one.
Man, Small Boy is a man. What? Man, can somebody help them? What the fuck is going on? Is that not a nigga? Or is that the dude like the same like the guy from Prince? That was
Gay to get a
the guy
hug.
who looked like a girl. Like what?
See,
It's
this,
not gay to get a hug.
We ain't going in this. Wait, we ain't doing this shit again, bro. We ain't doing this episode again. I swear to God, we ain't doing this.
but
I'm
like I
finna
said,
log off this motherfucker.
but you gotta understand, like that's why I say you got
That's funny as shit.
we both agree.
You gotta bring that up every episode.
Trill, we both
Funny as
agree,
hell.
but
Gotta
to a
know.
certain from a certain point of view, Trill, we both agree she gotta go to sleep.
You gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, gotta.
That's
go
the
to
only
sleep.
way you getting out with your meat and your head intact, my
Yeah,
boy. You
she
gotta go to sleep.
gotta go. She
You gotta go
gotta
to
go
sleep.
to sleep. Yeah, in that instance, like
You gotta be on such a pimp game that you gotta take that as just some freaky shit she was saying and not let it fuck up your stroke. Because if
yeah.
fuck up your stroke, she's so crazy, she
She's
probably
like,
got
I'm
that
a.
gripper,
Is she
that
like?
snapper. You know what I'm saying?
mean,
She gonna know.
you gotta make sure that you whatever she says, you gotta make sure that you gotta block
But
every single
then,
thing.
can wait a minute, Mac. I feel you on that, and we both are agreeing. But can we wind the clock back before he got in the bedroom? Was my brother not thirsty?
He was. He was.
What I'm saying, like, if you got three girls in your stable, you ain't tripping off when one start tripping, is you?
Yeah, but
So if my man was
Well,
really on some
it,
P type shit like he was supposed
that
to,
that was
remember,
my thing
Martin was
because
the
he
man.
had
Martin had the
Mia.
car.
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
thing. Like,
Listen. Sometimes with men, I get he had Mia, right? But if we look at how Mia looked compared to how the other woman looked,
Brandy.
it's preference whether who looked better or not. But Brandy had if she was a marketing company, she was marketed as sexy cola, and that was Diet Coke. You feel what I'm saying? That was she marketed herself as a sexy thing, as something that was wanted, right? And him as a simp ass dude, thirsty ass dude, decided to leave the girl he was really rapping with that was really solid on some I'll cook you some soup and let you hold the remote control type shit when you old type shit to go with Miss Fast Draws. And Miss Fast Draws had his ass out here looking crazy. That is a lesson that every man in this culture had to learn. Every man. And we all learned it the same way Martin did. Not like somebody trying to kill us, but it wasn't an inconvenience. Did the chick you had the one night stand with that you was, bullshitting with over 3 or 4 weeks finally got her to slide and come through, knocked it off. Now she at your front door knocking while you trying to knock off your girlfriend. Did it happen to you? I can tell you it might have. Type shit.
Yeah.
This is how it go.
You got a point. Not a bad point. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, when you're right, you're right.
I'll do a lot of things. I ain't gonna get on this. I ain't gonna get on Beyonce's internet and lie. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna get on Beyonce's
In fact, this is why I said that Mark Lawrence was not the villain. I actually admitted that. Remember,
right. He wasn't the villain. Mia did.
I'm not going to say he was right. He was not right, but he wasn't the villain.
He wasn't the villain. He was in the wrong.
Wait, y'all. Hold up. Can I put something in this?
Go ahead.
You said this from a certain point of view earlier, right?
Right.
If Mia telling the story, who the fuck the villain besides Martin?
That is true.
So what I'm here to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear the sound of my voice, your ex is telling their next some crazy shit about him, but I'm in both their DMs. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put my feet in her slippers to get the groceries out the car from the Uber. We are not the same.
Fair.
Every person you're going to date from now until you hit the dirt is going to tell you that their ex is the villain. They ain't going to never say, I was a dog. No. Rough.
That's
bitch,
very
I
rare.
Got fleas.
That's
they is not
very
gonna
rare
say it.
for it to happen.
It ain't gonna happen. It's so rare. It's like the government giving you $1,200 when everybody gets sick. You may only see it once in a lifetime, my guy. May only come around once.
You got a point. You know
what I'm saying?
You spit facts.
You can vote for him back again. He ain't gonna give you 12. He ain't gonna give you 6. I voted for you twice, nigga. Damn.
You said facts. These are facts. I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, yeah, you're right.
Mia's villain was Martin. Martin's villain was old girl. Old girl's villain was what made her that way in the first place. Maybe it was the ex-husband that she had killed. Maybe the ex-husband's villain had been his daddy because he beat him and told him he didn't love him. What I'm saying is this movie is about black culture because it's about trauma past and not talked about.
Point.
If when the movie was over, if Martin had came to me and be like, I fucked up, you think she would take it back? Or do you think Mia had a Pam on the phone talking about don't holler at the nigga?
I'll say this as well. Okay, so of course we're talking about a romantic comedy, for lack of a better term here, but I have to agree with Mia's cousin Peaches about something, and that is, I mean, Mia also said it too that Darnell wasn't going to change her, which he really didn't until he had to. Basically, but the fact that she did accept Darnell through all of his transgressions, it's like that's not a good look either. I'm sorry, that's not a good look when a woman does that too. Because she didn't really call him out on it. She acknowledged it, but she didn't call him out on it. Like she immediately forgave him. And it's like, I'm sorry, if I'm in a situation where a woman I do not know is trying to kill me just for existing, we have a problem. You know, we have a serious problem because I don't know this woman, and yet she's trying to kill me because of you. And she was just like, oh, it's okay, Darnell. I'm going to be here for you in the hospital. It's like, fine, I'll be here with you in the hospital, but we going to talk after this too. Like, I can't just let that go.
Can't let it ride.
I am telling you, you'd be surprised what a person will do to keep a hold of a person they feel like they barely got.
Yes. Absolutely.
I can tell you a story right now about a man that crashed his motorcycle. Dating one woman, right? Woman comes to see the man in the hospital, head all busted open. She got their baby together. When she comes in the waiting room, she sees another woman crying over her. She asks, who are you? She said, I am his wife. She says, that is impossible, for I am his wife. This nigga was married 2 times in 2 different states. As the man sat there and pled for his life to God and everything else, he told God that I would never do this again. He wakes up to see his sin before him.
Hmm.
That's kind of my point. It's like Mia knew what she was getting into, granted, but the fact that she still continued to pursue it, it's like I can't overlook that either.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to be with the person that everybody wanted to be with.
Right,
People
exactly.
want to be with the people everybody wants to be with. I hate to say this. I don't want to sound like I'm only on one side, so allow me time to come back to tell both sides of it. But women will have multiple children by a man they know already has multiple children with multiple women. A man will not be so likely to do that because we value different things. How can I have a kid with Stacy, Tracy, Megan, and Michelle, and Becky and Tonisha still want me? I bet we switch it. I bet you if Tonisha's ratchet ass had baby by Tom, Ted, Ed, Ned, and Spencer, Mac ain't fucking with her.
Nope. Well, it depends. Now playing.
But that's what it
It
is. That's
depends.
this how
How
that is
desperate am I?
Yeah, how desperate
that
really?
that. But you gotta think about women put themselves in a situation based on desperation that leads to another situation based on more desperation. Men put themselves in a situation based off of the lack of emotional maturity that eventually leads them financial ruin, which leads to desperation. So they end up becoming the exact same. They may have taken two different ways to get there in the culture, but the end result is the same.
Mm.
Some people, the only thing they have patched down is a watch. Some people that have a farm or a car. I can call four people right now that can only tell me about Section 8
Huh.
and food stamps.
Mm. Well,
It's part of the culture.
yeah,
What are we going to do about it? We got, it is what it is.
yeah. Good conversation, man.
Martin wasn't on Section 8. Martin had his shit together. That's how Martin got into this shit. Martin got into this shit by being the man. Let's not forget that, black men. He got into trouble with women by being attractive, by being what women want. Now, how do you make yourself what women want? By being successful. So
I
I,
mean,
I,
I,
I
I,
I have
I
a
would have gone
hard
to
time
Chocolate
hearing
City.
that Martin was the villain.
Jewish. I agree. I did not ever say Martin was the villain.
I did, yeah, and I admit that. But now I'm seeing it from that perspective. Like I said, this is a good conversation.
He may be misguided.
Yeah.
He may have needed
He,
a big homie
but he was misguided and he
or
treated
thirsty.
women wrong, but he was
Like
not the
disposable
villain.
things. He
Yes.
treated women like objects and disposable things instead of
Right.
partners in which you should pursue. He
That is
treated
true.
women the same way they treated him when he was broke. Can we talk about it?
Yes.
Like he was an option.
Right.
Mia was an option when Brandy came around.
Yeah. I think Mia can't. But here's the question I want to ask: what if Mia didn't show up? See, there's the question. What if Mia didn't show up? Would he still be with Brandy? Would he be the same person?
Yes.
See, there we go. Yeah.
He would do exactly the same thing because remember what caused this in the first place. And Mia was that reason why he felt like it should.
Yeah. Mia was the Mia.
Because remember, also Mia had her own gentleman caller. Granted, as the movie says, they didn't do anything. But remember, if Mia wasn't with Reggie, Darnell wouldn't have acted the way he did with her.
Yeah.
Because, like Trill said, she was an option, and until she wasn't an option, he didn't do anything with Mia.
Yeah. Yeah. He was he. If Mia wasn't in the picture, he'd still be with Brandy. Maybe still using.
Well, he would be with Brandy and all of the other women.
He would. But I think eventually he would have got shot quicker. I think there's another movie where Mia's not even in the picture, and I think he's dead. I'm
Well,
just being honest.
based on what you say, he should have been dead.
Yeah, he should have. He should have been dead. I mean, all those women. I mean, if it wasn't, I mean, just like that boy, just like that little. I think if it wasn't Mia, it was. If it wasn't Brandy, it was gonna be that little boy that told his mom, "Get, get out, get the stepping punk." I got it written in. Hold on, I think I got the line wrong. Uh, what was it? Here we go. I got it right here. I got it right here. I got it right here. Oh, roll punk.
Children actors.
I know. I'm
Well,
gonna tell that to some. I'm gonna tell that to Trill in Chicago. Roll punk. Oh, Trill's not here. Damn. Roll punk. But yeah,
awesome.
Trill gave a good point. He did give a good point.
Oh no, for sure. For me, it was more so the fact of I didn't necessarily care one way or the other because it's like at one hand, I think the things you went through was like, yeah, way far, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend you didn't deserve it or have it coming.
Yeah.
Which is the lesson, because he did. And I'll say that's another thing I didn't really like, per se, about how he came to his come to Jesus moment, as it were, because it seemed a little too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he just was like, okay, I'll be with Mia. Like, it was just that easy. It was like, if it was that easy, why didn't you just do it the whole time?
Yeah. Why didn't you do it the first? Like, why didn't you do that the first time? That just makes no sense to me. Like, you could have just done this a long time ago instead of just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go with Mia. What? Okay.
And I don't even think Brandy was acting crazy at that point. So yeah, it was kind of like, well, what was different here?
I mean, yeah. Like, here's the thing. Here's my issue, and I think this is where I kind of get an issue with the film. I think the fact that he fucked Brandy after he got done fucking Brandy, he started to get with Mia. He literally talked to Brandy and told her, "Hey, can we just be friends?" Like that. She was trying to literally tell her off a little bit, like tell her, "Look, can we just be friends?" Blah blah blah. We're good people. We could be this that, and I think um, at that point, that was Darnell actually kind of growing up a little bit. But it was, I think, also from another point of view, it was already too little, too late.
And also it happened too easily. Like he did this one wrong thing one time, which it's like you've been doing it this whole time because Mia again called you out on that. She knew what you were doing.
Yeah,
And yeah, that might have been a mistake on his part, like
yeah,
with Brandy specifically, but it just was like that's what it took.
yeah. Like, I think like the reason why he did it was like I said, and also I kind of get it because it was like, okay, I did this before. If I don't like the woman, I'm just gonna tell her, hey, I don't. Let's just be friends. It ain't me, it's you. It ain't you, it's me. Blah blah blah. He think he can talk his way out of this with Brandy, and he was expecting a lot more shit to happen to him, but it turned out to be easy as fuck. Which to me was another warning sign in the fact that she was so calm about it in that pool, literally like,
That
yeah,
that was a big sign. It's like she literally sent you a cake with a butcher knife in it, and you went up there like a few hours later, and she's oddly calm.
yeah. She's oddly calm, and then she just sitting there like not paying you. She got shades on, so she's not paying you no attention. Well, she might be, but she's not telling you
No,
what to.
she was expecting it. That's why she did it.
Yeah, she was expecting that motherfucker to show up. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, at that point, I told, like, here's another one, ladies and gentlemen. If you get to that point, if you find some way to get to that point, if there is some way you get to this fucking point, if you're lucky enough and you get to this point with a black woman like this, This is another warning sign that you need to go to the fucking cops and get a restraining order immediately. Don't just don't go home. Go straight to the cops and say, I want a restraining order. Like there's something wrong. Like this is a warning sign. She's in that pool and she's looking at you. She's crazy. So, yeah. Miss, you don't do that, do you?
No, that's too much effort.
Like get in a pool and literally just put shades
I
on.
mean, okay. I'm not gonna say I don't like psychological horror, like Fatal Attraction stuff like that. Like I do find those movies entertaining, but
Yeah.
I also find them really dumb because as one of the sisterhood, I'm like, girl, if you got to go through all of that, it is not worth it.
Nope. Mm-mm.
If you feel like you have to torment this man to the nth degree, let him go.
Yeah.
It is not worth your time.
And the Martin Lawrence, here's my issue with him, and this is just me, as a person who is not a Mac, but my name is Mac. I would say is look, if you wanted to get in her pants, just be honest. That's just the way I feel. Just be honest. You know, if you
Most times I've gotten some, it was just me just being upfront
upfront
about it.
and
And
being
I've had a report at some point, so it's like you're not like saying, "Hey, you want to?" No, it's a conversation.
yeah, it's a conversation. Just be honest. Like,
Well,
hey,
to
look,
be fair, it should be a conversation regardless. Like, I get heat of the moment kind of stuff, but honestly, have a conversation with the person you're with
that is
so
true.
that you are both on the same page.
And you know what the kinks you want to do and everything that you want to do. Make sure
Like
you know
seriously,
that
like
shit.
that is like no joke. Some of the best advice we can give you: talk to the person.
Talk to them. Like, just don't. This is why I don't do. Everybody think, do you do? I said I do not like one night stands. If you get in bed with me, and I'm sorry, I'm getting into my bedroom, but if you get in bed with me, we known each other for at least a while. We don't know each other for like, it's not no one night stand. You know me for at least 2 months, to be honest.
Yeah, for me, the whole stranger thing, it's not for me.
It's
It's
not for
it's
me.
definitely not for me.
Hell no. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. You could be Hannibal Lecter for all I care. I don't know.
And ironically, that was Darnell's problem. He truly didn't know Brandy.
Yeah. He didn't
He
know
thought he
Brandy.
did, but he really didn't.
He really didn't. You know, this is why I tell people 2 months. 2 months. You know, at least 2 months. If you know that person, then you know what they're about. You know their kinks. Because in 2 months, you can figure out somebody you can figure out the fact that they're cuckoo or they're not. Like you can figure out what they're about or not, and that's the way it works. I think today people want to get into it so fast, and they're like, yeah, that's the issue. That's how you get stolen money or get killed. You get another Brandy, and that's why you don't do one night stands. That's scary. That can get you in trouble. You know, so
Unless, once again, if that is the baseline understanding, a legitimate base understanding between you two, fine. That is your business.
yeah,
But you both better be on the same page with that one.
yeah. A lot of shit can go wrong. A lot of shit can go south. So be careful out there, people. Be careful.
Trust me, just being precautious and not getting it at all is way better than the negatives.
Yeah, yeah. Like trust me, waiting is better than just trying to jumping in. It's perfect because then you know, what you kinks, what you don't do, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. You know what they want to do, and it's simpler. It's a simpler, easier way of knowing what's going on, and you have no regrets. It's fun. It
No
is.
regrets, man.
No regrets.
But I will say this. So that scene with his sister's date for the prom. Why did that low key feel like the same scene from Bad Boys 2 with Reggie?
Oh my goodness gracious! It felt like a precursor
Yeah, he
to
really did. Holy
you
shit.
better bring her back about 12.
Like the only thing that was missing was Will Smith.
Motherfucker, you look 30.
It's really the same thing except for this guy actually talked where Reggie was like, "Yes, sir."
It's funny. Reggie ended up being the son-in-law.
Dude, that gun scene he had in 4. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah! Oh yeah! Oh my god! You want to know something? When we were in Chicago, we watched Bad Boys. We watched that film. We were like, "What the fuck, Reggie?"
I never seen the movie, but I've seen that scene, and I'm like, holy crap!
Reggie literally went in there and literally just did better than them. Like, my snacks is your snacks. Fuck that shit. Yeah, you're right. Reggie was like John Wick in that house. I remember he wanted to. If there's a later scene where he wanted to cook on the grill, and he was like, he's not cooking on my grill. He said, this motherfucker literally killed everybody in this. He's literally killed everybody in the house. That motherfucker deserved to cook on my grill. I was like, yeah, he did deserve it. All right, so what are we rating this film? What do you think? What do you rate this film? Missed? Or you got anything else before we rate?
I was trying to think. Did I? I would say like I kind of wish they did more with the sister because the whole point of the sister was the parallel, you know,
Yeah.
where she really was like, yo, that ain't my thing. I'm just going to prom. Okay, I'm going to prom. Mom approves, and based on how mom is, I think if he did try something, he would no longer be breathing. So I
Right.
think I'm good.
Right.
But I kind of wish they would have done more with the sister.
I get it. Nah, I wish they would have done more with the sister. I wish they would have went more in depth with with the surrounding of different people. I wish it went more in depth with Bobby Brown's character. I felt like we didn't get a
I
lot.
kind of wish they would have gone a little bit, like don't dwell on it, but a little bit more depth with why Darnell is the way he is.
Yeah.
Because from like one throwaway line, the mom basically was like, "Your dad was cool. I don't know how you ended up this way."
Yeah. I wish we saw a more we saw him out in the open, but we really didn't see what he's like in his actual house. You know what I'm saying? What is he like?
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
wish, like behind closed doors, he gotta be a different person. He can't be this 24/7. That's the way the film felt like. Like Darnell is this 24/7. He can't be. Like that's just like with me. People expect me to be what I am on camera 24/7. I'm not. Everybody, y'all see me off camera. I'm not this 24/7. I am mellow, chilled, crazy, like mellowed a little bit. But cameras on is a different story. But even killed when I'm off camera. So that's what I'm saying. I kind of want to know what he is like, not in the open, when the cameras are not on, when the people are not looking at him. Like, what is he like?
Oh, there is one thing. This is a big thing. The ending. Like when he's talking about what happened after the fact.
Yeah.
What the crap happened to Brandy? Because apparently she got arrested, but now she's out and about. Like, wait.
Well, I will defend this. I will say this. I have two distinct reasons why that happened. One, I think option at B, she got a damn good lawyer because she's rich.
Fair.
Or I think the realistic thing was her trial hasn't started yet, and when you got a trial against you, she probably made bail. Once again, it goes back. She made bail.
Well, yeah, she has a lot of money.
She has a lot of money, so she could have posted bail and she could be free. So she's probably out on bail. So, but
they also didn't specify that. They just made it seem like she just walked down. That's it. It's like no.
I think she made bail. I believe this is what happened. She made bail, and her trial's not set yet, which is real. People really think like, oh man, she's going to prison right now. No, she's innocent until proven guilty. They can put her on bail, and she got the money to post bail. So she could have posted bail, and she might be free. So that is a possibility. But
and one last thing. Okay. Very very minor pet peeve, but I'm not condoning shooting anybody. Okay, so don't go out and shoot people. But she did a lot of threatening to not actually shoot this man. Like, she had him tied up and was like, I'm going to shoot you for all the women you dogged. Okay. So when were you going to do that?
Okay.
Well, I didn't mean like now, but like
Yeah. See,
Yeah, but then she told him to go upstairs. I'm going to kill you there. And she didn't. And then when she finally does get to shooting him, she doesn't really try that hard.
Yeah. I have an issue with that. I was sitting there thinking, okay, so look, you gotta explain this like I'm 7 because I look, me personally, as a person who reads a lot of murder mysteries and read a lot of stuff, and as a person who loves a good mystery and loves solving a crime, me being a detective, looking at this situation. So let me explain Brandy's plan. Brandy's plan was to push him into the tub, throw a
Toaster.
huh,
It was a toaster. I think it was a toaster.
a toaster into the tub and electrocute him.
Right.
Okay, so let me explain to you what would that crime would be. If she would try to find some way to say, "Oh, he just stumbled on my tub and that showed in there," I would not believe that one bit. So me as a detective, I would have been looking like, so let me get this straight, Brandy. Explain this to me. You're telling me that Darnell walked up to the tub willingly, yeah, and threw himself in the tub, yeah, and he just said, "Oh, cruel world," and jumped in the tub, and the toaster was just so happened to just throw it in there, and he electrocuted himself. Yeah.
By the way, there's also a continuity error in that scene because when they were walking up the stairs, his hands were tied.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so she technically does shoot him in the shoulder.
That is
but,
true. That too.
But when she shoots him, did you notice his arms were free?
Yeah. Did you notice that his arms were not even free? And also, like this is not 1970s. This is 1995. They can literally find rope residue. They can find that his arms are bound, and when he's electrocuted, he's gonna attempt to pose rigor mortis. So whenever he's electrocuted, he's going to be in a tied position. He's not going to move. And Brandy also has added bonus. Speaking back as an electrician, you're not going to want to touch him in that situation. He's going to be electrocuted. He's going to be seasoned up, and you're going to get your ass electrocuted too. So if you mess with any part, and also as an added bonus, speaking as a person who watched CSI a lot, if you mess with any type of the crime scene, your fingerprints, your DNA is on that situation. So speaking as a person who watched a lot of CSI, how the fuck are you gonna get? How the fuck are you gonna explain your way out of this? How? I don't see how. She's going to jail for murder. 1%. Not only she's going to jail for murder, she's going to jail for premeditated murder. She plans.
Oh yeah.
She going to pre-med. So she might not only is she seeing a life sentence, she's not only probably going to get a life sentence if she would have killed Darnell, she would have got lethal injection. She would have got the death penalty. 100%.
yeah, especially back then, like
she would have got death. They would have.
Well, I would say it also depends on the state too. But I think, was it California?
I think it doesn't matter. They would have seeked the death penalty.
They can do that, but honestly, it does depend on the state because us West Coasters, we tend not to do the lethal injection.
Well, here's the thing. As a person who plays a lot of Phoenix Wright, I will tell you this. As a person who plays
Mac, you cannot base this on Phoenix Wright. But honestly, it does depend on the state because West Coast states, I'm not saying that we don't do it, but we tend not to do it.
That is true. Depending on the state, you're correct. But at minimum, she's looking at life. Minimum.
Oh yeah, that's probably, and that's most states or every state.
Minimum, she's getting life. That's pre-med, 100%. she planned that whole shit from the moment Darnell stepped into that house. She had
Well,
planned the whole
even
situation.
even even if he died, remember, Bobby Brown and Mia were both there too
Yeah, and they
at
had a
that point.
witness, and she would have had to kill
There was
them
two.
too.
There
Yeah,
was two witnesses, especially since when they entered the house, Bobby Brown called 911 and they could hear, like, I mean, if this was like all legit, 911 would have heard everything that happened
right.
because he didn't hang up. In fact, he was like, there's something going on over here. And when he was trying to tell him exactly, Brandy came up behind him and hit him. And he goes, oh, so that's even a bigger cue of, oh, we need to check this out because it sounds like a man just died on the phone.
Yeah. Like, as I was saying, it's like that's one of my big issues at the ending. Like I was like, what is her plan? What was her plan? Like, let me be honest, and I'll tell you what probably would have made this better, but it would have been fucked up. And hear me out here, if it was a murder suicide type of deal.
A murder unaliving.
Yeah, I can't say suicide. I can't say that.
That's it.
Huh?
You're putting it on YouTube. Don't say that word.
Okay. If it was a murder unalive situation, I had to block that. But if it was a murder unalive situation, it would have been better because it would have made more sense. Like she was not getting away with it. She was not going to get away with it. 100%.
Nah, not even remotely.
Yeah, she was not getting away with that. Like me, I'll be honest. I could have prosecuted this case, and I would have sent. I literally would have told her, literally as she's in it. She said she could have been laughing in my face and said, "Hi, I'm gonna get away with this." I said, "Nah, no, bitch. Here's the deal. I'm giving you life. We can go to court, and you get life. If you can go to court. We don't have to go to court. You don't have to embarrass yourself, and I'll give you life. Or we can go to court, and I'll do everything in my motherfucking power to make sure the needle hits your arm, and I'll make sure that motherfucker hot as a motherfucker when it goes into your arm. You got a choice. Either you take it or I'm getting you, and I'm going all the way."
Hey, okay, there's something else that bothers me about the end, and these are like little details.
Yeah.
So you know how they made such a big deal about Mia being in the Air Force?
Yeah.
Okay, now every branch of military operates differently,
Yeah.
but when you're part of the military, you do learn combat. That is a base. That's a that is a basic thing. Everybody, no matter what department you're in, you are even if you're medical, you learn combat.
Yeah, I did JRTC.
What was Mia doing? Mia didn't do a thing. So I was like, then what was the whole point of making a big deal about her being in the Air Force for like 5 years?
Yeah, she should at least know how to fight. That's one thing about it.
In fact, like you would have thought she would have like thrown a punch or something. Like I can understand her maybe not shooting, but she didn't do anything.
She would at least learn to sneak up in there and did something. Because even and like I said, I did JRTC. Even if you're doing, say, a desk job in the Air Force, you at least got some sort of.
Oh yeah, like everybody. And I'm talking about the U.S. military because I can't speak for other countries, but every person who is in the U.S. military knows combat.
Knows something. They know how to use.
You cannot go any further without that.
You have to do basic training. If you're going into the military, basic training is a part of going into the military. Whether it's a desk job, whether you're on the ship doing.
Well, you're a medic, or if you're on the front lines, no matter what.
Even if you are a lawyer in the military, you have to go through basic training. You are trained to use a gun, to use everything that you had to do, because they may have to send you in. You may have to do something. They may
or something could pop off and you
yeah,
have
you
to
have to know
defend.
in that situation because
You have to fend for
you're
yourself.
literally on a station
Right.
at war. You know you have to know that something can go once. If something goes down, you have to be trained to take care of the enemy. That's the whole point. And I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Mia should have been doing something. But also, as an added bonus, there's so much wrong with that scene. Like, from not only Mia doing
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
to
It kind of felt like Martin just went to end the
in the
movie.
film.
That's like that whole thing felt oddly
Like
rushed.
yeah, oh well, this is one thing where I will give you. This is where I said Fatal Attraction got it sort of right because Fatal Attraction is a different story. She literally went into it as okay, I'm going to unalive your whole family, and I'm going to unalive you, and then I'm going to unalive myself. That was her whole plan.
Yeah, like she had a. Not that I'm condoning this, but she at least had a plan.
She had a plan. Her plan was, I'm going to take everybody out, including myself. Like, that was her plan.
The woman took out the bunny.
Yeah,
How you gonna take out the bunny?
First, yeah, she said, she literally did a warning like, I'm coming for the
She
bunny.
made rabbit stew.
She made rabbit stew and literally said, okay, this is the warning. She said, that wasn't a warning, that is a promise. This is what I did to that bunny, I'm going to do to y'all. Every last one of you are getting it. Like, she literally was
man, and you know what's even more ironic? The wife in that movie, who was nothing but a housewife, did more to that woman than Mia did, who was in the Air Force for 5 years.
Yes, exactly. Like, yeah. I mean, damn. I mean, didn't she get the final blow?
Yeah, she got the blanket with pew pew.
Yeah, she got it. She's the one that
she straight up shot that woman.
Yeah.
Because wasn't it Michael Douglas? He choked her out.
And
then she got back up, and the wife said bow, and she did it.
No, he drowned her in the water.
Oh yeah. He drowned
her in the water. He legit shoved her in the water and just kept pushing her in there
until she stopped moving.
Yeah, and then she didn't figure like don't time.
Yeah, but the wife, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Loveless, but that happens at the end where the housewife, his wife, who up to that point in the movie was like, oh my god, you cheated on me. Like, she was doing a lot of crying. She was the one who capped the villain.
She was Mama Bear at that point. She was Mama Bear. She was protecting her kids, everybody. She was like, I'm Mama Bear. I gotta get rid of this one.
And we're comparing it to Mia, who should have done that.
She should have been a mama.
And didn't even throw a punch.
Yeah. I like I said, there is a lot of problems with this film. Like I said, like with the ending, I felt like the ending was rushed because I had so many questions because that was my issue with when I watched that film. I was like, I think I had that in the back of my head. Like, I paused the film and at the end of the film I asked that question. I was like, what was Brandy's plan? What was her plan? Like, and this is what everybody got to ask. Like, what was her plan? Because she wasn't going to get away with it. There was no chance in hell she was going to get away with it. You know, I don't know if she's going to try to find a way to get, like, she was going to try to pimp up to a word of, oh, it's manslaughter. But let's call spades. Let's be honest. Even if she found by some miracle to get manslaughter, that will require some digging, a lot of digging. Like, that will require Darnell to actually do something, which.
And that's another reason why he's not a villain. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he played with her heart. Okay, fine. But what he did, or what little he did not amount to the destruction she caused.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came to a point where it was definitely like, okay, I think he's had enough, or is at the point where no reasonable person would learn anything from this.
No.
And that's what I mean by, like, I like the fun of these types of tropes, like Fatal Attraction, stuff like that. Once you try to put the logic into it, it takes me out because it's like, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
None of this was worth it.
No, none of it's worth it. Like you should just like I thought that's my issue. I was like, okay, so that's why I kept asking myself. I was like, look, girl, it's not worth it. It's not worth premeditated murder. Premeditated. It's not.
It wasn't worth, whether it was premeditated or not, it wasn't worth murder.
It wasn't
Period.
worth murder. It was not worth it. Like it was not worth it. I don't understand why you feel it's worth it. Like, don't.
And you know what made it even more messed up was I think the message kind of got lost.
Yeah.
Because the message, which, okay, we might have a discussion about this from a male versus female perspective about this. I do understand what she meant when she was like, I'm going to do this for all women. I'm not saying I agree with what she's saying in the sense of killing somebody, but I understand the sentiment because what he did was wrong and he needs to learn what he did was wrong. He should not just excuse it and act like it didn't happen. However, the message gets lost because she loses her ever-loving mind and goes way too far with that message. Like, I get teaching somebody the lesson.
Yeah.
It should have stopped there.
I think and this is what I feel like what should have happened. If anything. And I know I feel like this is what should have happened. I felt like what she should have done was instead of trying to kill Darnell, I keep saying kill. Instead of trying to unalive Darnell.
No. I mean, like, instead of, I think you could say the word kill. You just can't say the other word.
Oh, okay. Well, instead of trying to get Darnell back, what she should have done was, like threaten him and made him like just do a recording or something like that. Make him do a recording and literally make him do it. And don't and just literally say, okay, goodbye, bye. I got my revenge.
and see, like, he does apologize. And granted, even I had to question if he was telling the truth or not. Because when he's in the tub, you're kind of vulnerable, Darnell. Okay, so it's kind of hard for even me to believe if you're being honest or genuine with your apology here. Because if you point a gun to my face, I'm gonna apologize too because you're about to shoot my face off.
I'll be like Chunk, like, okay, I'm sorry for all the shit I did. I'm sorry for that damn piece of gum I left on the floor, and I accidentally stepped on it.
And you know why it didn't feel genuine? It's because even with his apology, he was still hostile.
Yeah,
like his tone was still very hostile, and it's kind of like, well, if you're still hostile, why would anybody believe that you are actually sorry? You're being hostile.
Yeah.
So, again, like, the message is, there's a thin line between love and hate. That's literally the message. Like,
that is true.
Like, what you do with somebody does affect them.
Yeah.
Regardless of your intent, if you are not honest, you don't know how that's going to affect the other person. And it's a trickle-down effect because it also affected Mia, and it affected Mia and Reggie. It affected his mom. It affected the club. Like, Smitty had nothing to do with this, and his whole club got destroyed because of this.
Right, because of one night of sex.
Yes. Like, I would even understand if Darnell owned the club at that point. He didn't own it yet. He was getting to that point, but he hadn't signed the papers to own it yet. So she destroyed somebody else's club. Which was a good club. That club was like, it was long.
That club was pretty good. It was good. It was gone.
That's actually another scene I liked. It had nothing to do with the movie, but I did like the scene where Bobby Brown had the dancers and he
Oh
was
yeah, I
like
have that. I said that
the
is funny.
Yeah.
the addition.
Yeah, he said,
Like
"You like
it had
somebody
nothing
do
to do with
this."
it had nothing to do with the movie, but I liked it.
Yeah, Bobby Brown was having a time with that. I feel like Martin Lawrence just like filmed that, and I was like, okay, Bobby, you're having too much fun. We gotta put that in the film. Okay.
Also, Bobby, it seems like you're not picky. You like a big, small, like you were running up on the old lady.
See, here's the thing. I have this written down. To me, Bobby Brown, and I don't know if this is him in real life, Bobby Brown seems like a person that literally has your back. And I did that. Bobby Brown is like a person that has your back. And I don't know if
Even in the movie, despite what all happened, he still had Darnell's back.
he had Darnell's back. Like even if
Yeah.
he felt like a person that literally will dog you. And he even warned Darnell. He said, "There's one thing you never do is tell a woman you love them." And he said that he was warning him, like, "Don't do it." And, yeah.
And Darnell was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that." And what did he do in the next scene?
He tells him he loves her. Damn.
So-
Was she in the doing? Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I agree with you. Like we haven't done our ratings yet, but it did affect how I look at this movie now. Because when I was younger and looked at it, obviously I didn't notice a lot of this.
Yeah, when I was younger, it was a different story. But when you look at it, this is for me. Literally, this is like me years. This is me, adult man, who watched every CSI movie, every CSI for all the CSIs, NCIS. I literally was a crime junkie at that time. I literally watched crime shows, and I literally was trying to figure out, like me and I literally was a cyber. I was literally like a spoofer right there. I was sitting there like, okay, as a person who is the detective in this situation, the first thing I would ask Brandy is like, look, I literally would go into the interrogation room, and I literally say, look, Brandy, we know you did it. We know you set this up. We know you did it. And the question I would ask is, why? Why did you do it? Because what was your plan? That's what I'll ask her. What was your plan? Because you had to see that there is no way you were getting out of this situation at all. You were going, like, there was no scenario that you were not getting out of this situation not in cuffs. I don't care how much money you got, you were going to jail. That's the way I feel. But the good news is she's going to jail for she's going to jail for attempted as opposed to doing the deed.
Yeah, because nobody died. I mean, I think there's actually other charges because remember she did a whole bunch.
Like I said, as a prosecutor, I could say, as a person who played Phoenix, right? Prosecutor, she's going to jail. She's getting charged with, let's see, attempted murder, aggravated assault, kidnapping, torture,
Destruction of property.
destruction. Well, no, that was her property. No, they don't count.
No, Chocolate City. Destruction of
Oh, yeah,
property.
destruction of property. Yep. Destruction of property. Yeah, and
Stalking, because at
Stalking.
that point she was stalking.
She was stalking. Let's see.
Trespassing.
Endangerment.
Another destruction of property by destroying his car.
Disturbing the peace.
Identity theft.
Yep, disturbing the peace. Yeah. So far,
You said vandalism, right?
How many felonies she got
Well,
so
yeah,
far in this situation?
Destruction of property and vandalism. Yeah, because those are two different.
Yeah, how many felonies she got?
There's two different, but she definitely got both of them.
5 felonies in one movie.
That's
she
at least
legit got
25.
5 felonies.
That's an easy 25.
Yes, she's going to jail for 25 years. Yeah, she going.
At least.
At least, if her lawyer is good, like she got to have Johnny Cochran.
Well, Yeah, at that point, because now it wouldn't happen.
No, no, I'm being serious. Like 1995, she would have had to get Johnny Cochran.
Oh
Johnny
yeah, yeah,
Cochran
yeah.
would have got her
She
like,
she would have also been able to afford him.
yeah, yeah. Johnny would have been like, walked in there like, look, Brandy, I don't know when we can get you out of this. You're looking at 25 years. I might can get it down to 5. I helped OJ, but I can't help you. You just crazy, bitch.
But you should be looking at serving life after what you did.
You should. All I can say is the condom don't fit. You must go 25. I can't get with the
Yeah, it
line.
didn't. Yeah, that didn't rhyme, and you didn't get off. So
The condom don't fit. You must have fit. You must have quit. Oh man. He got to yeah. That when he did the glove don't fit, you must have quit. I was like, damn, OJ getting off on this. How? Anyway, ratings. Sorry, this has been a good show.
yeah, I was like, I'll actually go first
Okay.
this time around for a rating. I honestly, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. Like a lot of the messaging was kind of weird to me in terms of like how we got to the conclusion it was, especially near the end. That said, it's also really funny.
Right.
Like it. I'm still relatively new to watching Martin Lawrence, and I do think this is one of his best, and especially for a movie that he directed himself. I think he did a pretty good job.
Right. Right.
That said, I didn't care about the characters all that much,
Fine. Gotcha. I feel you. I feel you.
but
Miss.
as a comedy,
Oh,
pretty good.
all right. Yeah, it is pretty funny comedy. It got a lot of comedic people in there. You know, you got Faison Love in there. Um,
Just Bobby Brown being Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown and Tracy Morgan. You know, you got people, you got some people in there. You got heavy hitters in there, so it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Miss.
I think I'll give it. I think I'm the same because when uh when I first watched it, of course I was a kid. Watching it again, it lowered, and I was actually at a 6. But the more we talked about it right now in this podcast, I think I have to give it a 3 for very similar reasons because I hate when a good message, is lost by stupidity.
Right.
Also, I hate when movies have characters or plot devices and they mean absolutely nothing, but they make a big deal like it should mean something.
Yeah, it did that a bit.
Like the biggest one that, like I said, as a kid I didn't catch this, but I caught it when I watched it again, was the whole what was the point of emphasizing Mia was in the Air Force?
Right.
She could have been anything other than Air Force, and it would have been the same result. So, but I do agree. Martin was funny, and like how we started this. Martin, the comedian, is funny. Martin being Darnell made no sense
Yeah.
because it was just Martin. Like he could have just been Martin without Gina and been the same person.
And it probably would have worked.
He could have
Yeah.
started it by saying Gina left me, and I would have been like, oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That would have worked 100% with this.
That absolutely would have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like little things that added up to big things. Just like I felt bad for Reggie, the love interest for Mia, because he didn't do anything and got the short end of the stick.
Yeah. I mean, he was a good, hard-working man with a chicken.
Yeah, he was actually the one where he's like, "Yo, look, I'll be patient. If I have a chance with you, I'll wait it out." And then we never see him again.
Yeah.
So I guess it didn't work out.
No, it didn't.
Well, it didn't because she ended up with Martin. So, but I mean that kind of irritated me. I kind of wish there was more scenes attributed to that, or at least a scene where Mia is like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go with Darnell. Like some type of closure to that.
Yeah, it's just kind of a loose end, honestly.
And you know what's messed up about that loose end is the fact that this is what got Darnell in trouble in the first place. Mia is doing per the movie. She's doing the same thing to Reggie. she's leading him on without being honest. So we're gonna have a thin line between love and hate part two, Mia's story. But yeah, I'll give it a 3 for the same reasons.
So, like I said, when I watched this as a kid, watched this when I was like younger, I did enjoy this film when I was younger, and this is when, even was on TBS, and then I eventually watched it on Cinemax. So I did get the full scope of everything. Um, Getting to see Lynn Winfield, and no offense, I'm gonna say this right here. We're all adults here. We did see some side boob action.
Okay, I noticed that too. Where I'm like, was that always
Yeah.
in the movie?
Yeah, she got a side boob. We got side boob action. Let's go.
Let's go.
It wasn't even side boob. You see her full on nipple.
Yep. Yeah, and I was like,
Tasteful side boob. Got it.
got it. Yeah.
I mean, she's so classy. So.
Yeah, she's so classy with it because she's trying to hide it. She's like, I'm a lady, but I saw it. Lynn, I saw it. But anyway, as an adult, I like I said, as an adult and a person who watches film and dissects films and look at it, everything is good about the first minute. I agree with both of you. I agree. We said this. Martin Lawrence as Darnell just doesn't work. It just doesn't work because the character he's portraying, he's just Martin Lawrence. He's just Martin as Darnell, which I kind of was like, it was like a shrug of the shoulder, like, okay, I get it. It didn't bother me as much. Like, all right, cool. And even though I was the one who brought it up, it just didn't bother me that much.
Well, it's basically like, okay, I'll believe it because you told me to.
Yeah, okay, cool. You get all the ladies. Cool. That works. But the thing that really, really made me think, I really hate this. Is what Miss said, and I'm glad she brought it up because I forgot about it. Is the ending? The ending makes no damn sense. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It doesn't. Like, what was the end game? Like, what was the end game? Like, when you're leaving with the answer of like, oh man, well, like at the end of screening, if you're telling me, I'm sitting there telling you like, I'm asking you a question like, I have questions. I said, well, no, all the questions are answered. No, I have questions about what was Brandy's end game? What was her end game? What was her purpose? What was I get what she would get by unaliving you, but what was her purpose of, what would happen when she does do the deed? Was she just gonna do something else? Was she just gonna think she was gonna live life free? Was she just gonna go?
You do know there's a very simple answer to how they could have rectified it.
What?
Just show her mugshot and just stop there.
Yeah.
They could have just stopped right there. We get the point.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
she's going to jail. Yeah, we know she's going to jail. Yeah, but yeah, that would have made it a lot better. Or just literally end the film. Like, in the film right there. Like, like I said, the end. But once you see that mugshot, like, it's the only reason you start asking questions is when you see that mugshot and you see her outside on that building. So then you start asking the questions of, okay,
what up with this?
What up with this? And what was? Then you start asking another question. That's how we got into this situation in the first place. You start thinking, what was her goal? What was her fucking goal? Like, what was her goal? Because she's gonna see it. She's gonna see Darnell and she's gonna see Darnell in court. He's gonna be there. So what was her goal? Like,
right.
Like, she says, I'm gonna get you for all women. I get that, but you do know you're going to jail still.
But yeah, like, I get it, and yeah, I get the sentiment, but nothing came of it other than you're crazy,
You're just crazy.
which proved Darnell's point. You are
You're
crazy.
crazy. When he said you're a crazy bitch, when he said that, it was like, well, you can't shoot him now because if you shoot him, he you just proved his point.
Yeah, it's like we said you're crazy. That wasn't a challenge.
There's no revenge in this. You're just doing this because you're insane. So once again, it goes back. And if they would have just said, "Oh, she got the insane penalty," that would have been a different situation. She just plain insane. I get that. That will work. But like I said, they didn't say that. You know, you don't. And also, as I had a bonus, I know I'm harping on this, but you do know to be insane, you cannot plan nothing to be insane. So the fact that
Yeah, like if he went back there, she jumped out the pool and stabbed him. Now you can argue she thought about that, but at the same time, you could also argue she snapped right there and
she
just stabbed
snapped,
him.
she was out as an out of body experience. Like I literally watched A Time to Kill. Like A Time to Kill, literally said he had out of body experience. He didn't know what was going on. The insanity pill. That would have worked in court. That would
But
have
yeah,
worked.
but she was tormenting everybody for
Yeah,
days,
days.
and to burn out. Well, she burned and flooded a club. You don't just do that. You have to think about how to
You
do
have
that
to
one.
think about
And
that
there's a
for a
lot of
long
preparation that
time.
goes into that. That's very
There are
premeditated.
more thinking.
Yeah, you can't just drop a lit cigarette and be like, "Oops, I'm sorry."
Like, oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. No, like, oh, I'm sorry, I was crazy. Like,
Like, and the where that building was located, I'm fairly certain was attached to like not a plaza, but like a whole row of buildings.
right.
So yeah, you didn't just damage that club. You damaged whatever was surrounding it.
That is true. And also, as an added bonus, like, this is what the movie's trying to make me think. Like, okay, so what you're trying to tell me is Brandy's the Joker.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that kind of when you do that, I was like, I'm like getting a headache of thinking about it. So I agree with y'all. There are problems with this film. It would have if I was like I was like younger me would have put this like at a 5 because I feel like like there were a lot of problems with this film directing wise and all this other stuff, and I was willing to I would have before I watched this film I would have put it at a 5 because it is Martin Lawrence's first foray into directing. It's his first time doing everything. Everything is for the first time he made mistakes. But I feel like the fact that Martin Lawrence has had some writing credits before he did this, he knows how to write. He knows how to set. He knows what writing does. He knows how to set a scene. He knows what he has to do to get a story out there. He also is a motherfucking comedian. He knows how to set up a story. Being a comedian is hard, so you got to set up a story real good. I know this because I have to do this. You have to set up a story to be a comedian. It's tough. So the fact that he does all this does not excuse him for doing that. So I gotta go from a 5 to a 3. I agree with y'all.
Mm.
And this is not. I know this is his first film, but the fact that that ending, he legit had
He
to.
dropped the ball big time on that one.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
that was definitely we
He
need an
dropped the
ending kind
ball
of thing.
hard because I'm sitting there thinking, like Martin, I understand. Like I know your excuse is this is your first time directing the film, but come on,
Also,
dog.
we have to throw in there that he was going through his.
Yeah, he was
At least
going through
I'm fairly certain he was starting to go through his
exhaustion.
breakdowns.
Yeah, his blackouts. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And I'm not trying to say that was probably the reason. Once he got done with the film, he was just trying to push it and get it done. I feel like he should have. I think if you were to interview him, I literally would say I like to ask him that one question, like, "Look, dude, that ending." The question I had to ask him is, "What was Brandy's plan? What was her plan?" And he'd give me some bullshit answer. I'm gonna be like, "Okay," but I'm gonna walk out pissed. So I'm just being honest. I need a constructive reasoning for what Brandy's plan was because it makes no sense. Like, but anyway, great show, people. Great show. We gotta get to what we're gonna do at the end. So I'm gonna choose. So I have something.
Wait. How are we going to do this? Because technically, Trill should be the one, since we all went already.
Yeah. Right?
Right. Well,
Yeah, he's the only one who hasn't gone.
yeah, but Trill's last anyway, so it doesn't matter. He's next. So we're just doing this for fun. Next episode we'll start that. How about that?
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, sorry, Miss. That makes sense.
It does. It's just I'm trying to be fair about that one.
Yeah, no, I get it. Next episode we'll start that because Trill's already next anyway, so it ain't no big deal. All right, so here's my plan. I have it written down. So I want, in particular, I want a prequel. I'm not done yet. With Martin Lawrence as your director. So that's really a big fuck you to me. That's really a big fuck you to Loveless.
Why?
You made me. You know why. You don't remember Tyler Perry.
Oh wait, if I'm going up against Loveless, I quit. Go ahead, do your Medea version.
What? Yeah.
I swear to
No,
God,
yeah, no. Joke's on you. I am already ready.
motherfucker, don't you dare tell me you're gonna put Shanae in this damn film.
All right, since we're just telling people's ideas now. I was just gonna say, like, the original was going to be starting with him, raised in with a small family. Used to be a sweet kid, and like in the family, he also had like, support system. Like you had Medea as like, the auntie that is like, girl, you so crazy kind of thing. And yeah, of course you got Shanae, you got Big Mama, and you
You
got
mean do
the
you mean
other.
Martin Lawrence Big Mama or Soulful Big Mama?
Yes, they're both called Big Mama, but they somehow know which one they're referring to. The audience doesn't. Again, you never said it had to be good.
I did. I did.
So through doing that and like being raised, of course it was raised. He ended up being sweet despite being around such crazy individuals. Of course, half the movie's gonna be the shenanigans as he's going to school and everything, and he's you know falling for Mia, but ends up going for another girl. Like it's a similar circumstance that happened with Brandy, except it doesn't go overboard. What happens is she ends up breaking his heart. So by and Medea's gonna be Medea about that. It is gonna be like a big old fight, but like you have a moment where he really sits there thinking about it. It's like, maybe some of the homeboys was right, or maybe Big Mama number two was right, that at the end of the day, I gotta, just kind of get mine. At least kind of justifying why he thinks the way that he thinks at the beginning of, the original movie.
Okay. Interesting. Miss, you got anything? Or you quit. You quit. You did. You didn't want.
No, I'll give it a shot.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
because we talked about how we wonder how he got here, kind of like what Loveless was saying. What if it was more like, as much as his mom praised her husband or late husband, I think it was late husband. Yeah, because she says rest his soul. What if this whole time it was a repressed memory Darnell had that he actually caught his dad cheating multiple times on his mom?
Hmm.
Mm.
And I mean, this would be kind of like a future thing, the resolution part of it, but this is more like he saw it And because he loved and idolized his dad so much, instead of questioning it, he absorbed that, like, oh, if daddy can do it, that means it's good. And that's why the mom, you know, praises the dad because she never knew, or spoiler alert, she decided not to think about it anymore. Because she justifies it by saying, well, yes, he was a good man who did a bad action. And then he could be, he's trying to emulate the dad because the dad is dead and he's already the man of the house because look at how he treated his sister in the movie. So he's kind of like a surrogate dad to her. So the whole prequel is about him excusing how wrong his dad was, but didn't want to come to terms with it. So he just idolized it.
Right.
Right. Damn.
Psychological thriller.
I mean, technically, both ideas would be psychological because at some point you have to question how.
Yeah, that is true. You got one film
Yeah.
which is psychological for drama, and one of them is just psychological because Tyler Perry's in it.
Either way, it's a trip.
All right. For time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Loveless because
Yes,
I
I
think
knew.
it's a dumbass film. I would have pitched Mad Dog being a player, and seeing how Brandy had to deal with it, and see how she actually killed Mad Dog and got away with it, or literally do a trial with Brandy, Brandy, and how she got away with Mad Dog's murder. Trial movie.
Hmm.
That's what I would do.
See. Okay, y'all.
See, I thought about that, but because you said Mark Lawrence was the director, only he would put himself in his own movie.
I mean, he'd be the judge in my film.
Yeah, but that kind of breaks the illusion if he's also the judge. It's kind of like Shanae and that security guard. Like when he was all those characters, we all
Otis.
knew it was Martin. Yeah, all Otis.
Notice.
So that would be my only stipulation with it is if you're gonna do a Brandy movie, you cannot have Martin Lawrence physically in it.
Oh man, I have Otis in there. Like, get your ass up in there. Get your ass up in there, boy. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. So,
But congratulations, Lovelace.
congratulations,
Thank
Loveless.
you.
You won this
Thank you.
one.
Thank
But
you. I
but
just
you do know
took
what
the
you
dubs.
unleashed. You do know what you unleashed, right, Max? So you can't complain what he's about to say.
What?
Go ahead, say your pick.
Oh, my pick, whatever we do, because I know next time is show, but next time, no, I actually want to go in a different direction. The next movie I want to look at is The Hate You Give.
I know of that movie.
It's actually really good. I was reminded of it very recently, and I was like, you know what, that'd be good. And and you know what, I have yet to actually give a good movie, so let me do that.
Oh, thank God, not Tyler Perry, please.
No, we're gonna leave Georgia for a moment.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Fuck, for the love of God.
I think the movie still takes place in Georgia, but we're gonna get out of the Tyler Perry land for a minute.
And the first credit, written by Tyler Perry.
It's like, no, I swear to
Damn
God,
it, we're not putting him in this damn film. No. No. It's no.
No, it's not. It's Angie Thomas.
Yeah.
Well, she wrote the story.
Yeah. And we in it.
No, I looked it up too because I'm like, why should I actually say that and be right? That's directed by
Yeah,
Tyler Perry.
I was looking it up too because I was like, please, Lord, let me not just accidentally choose another one.
Huh? Anthony Mackie, Common, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, Anthony Mackie did such a great job in that. Oh,
Yeah, in Common.
from what I remember,
Yeah, in Common. Who was in this film? Would you please just tell me?
like y'all,
Please let me
like
testify.
y'all watching, ladies and gents, all at home, y'all gonna be in for a treat whenever we get to that one. There's a lot to talk about with that one.
I can't wait for my next pick because my next pick is going to be insane. Mm.
My next pick is something I've wanted to visit since the beginning of this show. It's
Shoot.
actually what sparked one of the movies that sparked the idea in the first place.
Mm-mm.
Shoot.
But until then, next time it's gonna be Trill's pick.
Yeah, and he's doing Sinners.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, it's Sinners.
It's Sinners. A new film. A new film directed by black director. Starring
Directed by Tyler Perry, starring Tyler Perry.
no, no, no.
And
Starring
featuring additional casting by Tyler Perry.
it's starring Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan and somehow, some way, horny Haley Steinfeld. I'm sorry, I watched that film.
Shout out Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler. Yeah, you watch all the scenes I've been watching about that movie is just been Haley Steinfeld just saying stuff that I'm like, what?
So we're not going to Georgia, but we're going to like Georgia adjacent, which is
Yeah, we
Mississippi.
definitely are. Yeah. I mean, Miss, have you seen her? What Haley Steinfeld said in that film?
Uh-uh.
Huh?
No.
Well, get ready. She says some dirty shit.
You know what? I saw what Glenn Close said in that one horror movie. I can smell your nappy pussy. I think I can deal with anything else after that point.
Okay. Well, cool. Cool. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Glenn Close also came with what came with the line. I'm not gonna be ignored, Sean. But Anyway, guys, this has been a great episode. Seriously, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Loveless, you got anything to plug?
Yeah, you can go ahead and follow me on the Twitter and the YouTube at the Loveless Gamer, or at Unique Loveless G everywhere else. I am still currently on break because I'm still in the process of moving, but I should be back in mid June.
All right,
So be on the lookout for that.
all right. Miss.
DTH Games, where we stream twice a week
All right.
for now,
For
but or until further notice.
And I am Matt Poole. Come follow me at TampaBuckFan88 on Twitter, and also make sure you go watch on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Go follow us all there and get all your information, your latest update on GF1. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the content. I hope you love it. And also hope you have fun today. Having fun having a fun day. Hope this show brightens your day. Hope you enjoy it. Also, we were probably at this time starting up Gamer Grudge season 17. Hope you're enjoying it so far, and I hope you're enjoying all the content that we're delivering. We'll see you next time on another episode of Black Film Talk. Bye bye.
Adios, adios.